Let's make a digital clock. It's a digital clock. There are many of these on eBay. This one has your standard microprocessor, 4 displays, very nice big displays. 4 big displays, which is really good. It's a 24-hour clock. I've put many of the components in first. Always put the displays in last. Okay. You're going to need tools. Cutters. Needle nose. You're going to need a soldering iron. This is a Weller 25-watt soldering iron. You're going to need someplace to put your iron. Amen. You're going to need some glasses to see what you're doing. You're going to need solder. Do not cheap out on the solder. This is Kester 6040 from eBay. Buy quality solder. You'll be glad you did. Get a tray. A white tray. Any kind of tray to put in your parts. This comes with a plastic case. We'll do that some other day. Read the instructions. It's very important to read the instructions. There are many parts. Okay. Parts is parts. Alright. You got your IC sockets. Let me get a pointer. Your IC socket right there. Okay. See if that'll focus. It's nice to focus. Okay, you have your resistors, your transistors, your buttons, your crystals, your diodes, and your power jack. Place these in and then bend the leads, bend the wires so they stay in. You can change them later. This one's getting away. Okay, so you're just putting them in there loosely. Some things have polarity. Know your components. Resistors do not have polarity, but they have different values. You might want to check them with the meter. It's tough to see the color codes. Transistors oriented with a curved face and a flat face. Shouldn't be any problem. Big capacitors have a negative sign. Make sure you double, triple check your polarity on your big capacitors. That's your speaker. Speaker has polarity. So it's all good. Alright. This one's missing the battery, the coin cell battery holder, because it's defective. This is your crystals. So be careful, get your parts in, loose fit them. They're just floating around. Most of these are just floating around in there. Okay, then you have to solder. Soldering is an art form. Practice your solder. Okay. We have a solder holder. That's a candy dish. It's a wet sponge. You can clean off the tip. Alright. So, there is a schematic. Look that over. Displays. One of these displays is upside down. Be careful how you orient the displays. You can put them in backwards. And there's the font. Okay, we're back. Okay. Soldering. Get your soldering glasses out. Get your soldering iron. Clean your soldering iron off. This is a wet paper towel. Remember that solder has lead. Wash your hands, don't eat it, whatever. Okay. The trick is 3 points: the soldering iron, the solder, and your connection. So you hit them all at once. And there you go. Not too much, not too little. All at once. Not too much, not too little. Get the right size solder. I think this is .031. Get the right size soldering iron. Don't cheap out on the solder. Don't cheap out on the soldering iron. Get your equipment. Okay. So what you do is do one row at a time. Once again, solder, iron, all at once. And then you clip them. Wear your glasses for safety. Clip the leads. Make sure they're fairly close. Yeah, this almost works. Clip off your leads. And once you have 1/2 of the resistor, then you can unbend the leads. You can use your needle nose to get in there, straighten your leads out, and do the other half. So what you do is solder all the things. Do the outsides first. You don't have to clip the leads on the sockets. That's the right size. Clip them. Then once you're all done soldering, that's when you put in your displays. Displays go on this side. So once everything's soldered, they're going to be, the displays will cover up all your soldering joints. So do a good job, inspect all the solder joints. And then when you're all done, you can put in your chips. You might have to bend the pins on the chips a little bit. Remember, chips are oriented towards pin 1. Pin 1 is near the notch. So always remember, put your ICs in the right direction towards pin 1. Alright, well, that's it for now. Good luck. Okay, it's working. The clock is working. I've got an external coin cell because I didn't have a battery holder that worked. If you do not get the colons flashing, that means your oscillator is not oscillating. You must remove the 2 capacitors near the crystal. This chip, the DS1302, does not need capacitors near the crystal. Pull them out. It should start to oscillate. Don't forget, this display is upside down. Don't forget to take off the clear plastic protective coating. Nice bright displays. Good luck. And happy kit building.